do is just let you know what this is really all about, okay? This, we call it a strategy session or coaching call. The reason why we do it, right, is to really get to know you. We want to understand your goals, and we want to create a clear game plan so that you can immediately start taking action. The moment that this call is over, we want you to be totally clear on the first, second, third, fourth, fifth thing that you need to start doing right away, okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. Awesome. So we also want to, just be completely honest with you. We're going to tell you things that, we're not going to tell you what you want to hear. We're always going to tell you what you need to hear. And that's not to, point fingers or anything like that. It's if we want to tell you something to be completely transparent that is going to help you, we're just going to say it, okay? And I hope that you can respect that, yeah. And we would like to
manage constructive criticism.
Cool.
I'm a big girl.
Awesome.
You go, girl.
Sounds good.
High five, right? Yeah, so we would love, for you to be just as honest, Anything that is said here is safe. We're not going to go around and start telling people your business, okay? We're going to respect it. We do want to let you know that we are recording this, and the only reason why we're recording is because Tony wanted to be here today, but he couldn't make it, so I want him to check it out so that way he can also follow up with you. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Okay.
Awesome. Cool.
All right, so we're going to get started right away. I'm really pumped up. So you got to take your personality test. Is that right?
Yes. Are you still there? Oh, okay.
Cool. So
yes, I can hear you.
Awesome. So
I was still messing around with the stupid camera thing, but I need to just let it go.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. So you took the personality test, right?
Right.
Cool. And you found out that you were what, a yellow?
Right. A yellow and
awesome.
Almost just as much green.
Ooh, nice.
That's really cool.
Were you shocked by that, or was that what you were expecting to see?
I was expecting more green.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But
that's
it was about what I expected.
Wow.
That's cool.
Well,
sorry, go ahead. You were going to say something? Yeah, real quick, that's crazy. I was actually expecting something else. I think I got like a red or something, a very low red. And I forgot what the next one was. I think it was yellow. I think I got to take that thing again. I forgot. Maybe I might be saying all this wrong. But, what's really cool about that is that what we're going to do in the next couple of minutes and throughout this whole coaching call is something that when we got started, we didn't have, right? And actually, when we got started, I'll just share a little bit because I kind of want to we kind of just want to be open with you and just kind of share with you where we came from, what was really the breakthrough for us inside of our business and, where we are now, where we're going and how we're going to help you get through all of those steps way faster than what it took us. We actually got started about 11 months ago on the internet, and me and my wife used to run a martial arts school where we used to do karate moves. You know what I'm saying? We used to do some crazy stuff like that. And we were doing that for a really long time. My wife has actually been doing it for even way longer than I. But we actually met at the karate school, and when we met, we decided to lock arms with each other because we automatically saw an opportunity to grow with each other and to continue to keep going after our vision. It just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Well, anyways, there came a point where we realized that inside the martial arts, what we really liked, what we really loved, and what was really our passion was to inspire people. So even we were using that vehicle to inspire people, and then we said, what if we can do the same exact thing, but if we did it on a larger scale? And what came up was the internet, right? We wanted to understand how to leverage the internet in a way where we can be positioned in front of people that actually want to hear what we're talking about, which kind of makes it a lot easier than talking to just people who just don't want to be bothered, and you feel awkward, and you're like, oh man, what is this person gonna think, So we were struggling for a really long time. As a matter of fact, I would say for for a couple of months, I would say anywhere from 6 to 7 months, we were going through a transition of just trying to put everything together, trying to put all the pieces together. But there came a point where, there was a lot of points where, we were going through a lot of challenges, and, maybe you might be going through some challenges now, or maybe you're just getting over those challenges, right? The fact that we had a vision and we had a dream, I'm sure that you have a strong why, and I'm sure that the reason why you're in business is probably more than just money. It's probably something that has to do with something that just touches your heart and just kind of melts it. Maybe it might be your daughter, your son, maybe something that's really close to you, right? And for us, it was the same thing, you know. Well, anyways, there came a point where, you know, we were just probably at one of the lowest points in our life where, you know, we were literally, we just didn't have any money to eat at one point. We just, you know, we were selling most of the furniture that we had inside of our house. One, to invest into the business, right? Call us crazy, and two, to just get by, to barely get by. And then all of a sudden, you know, all of a sudden, there just came a point where, you know, we just got fed up. You know, we just got fed up, and we just kept replaying all of the moments, you know, just failing and failing and failing, and we just got fed up, and we said, damn it, you know, damn it, like, you know, why are we struggling? Why are we not succeeding? You know, we're in the same company as some people who are succeeding. Why not? Why are we not succeeding? Then we're seeing other people that we know damn well that we're probably better than, right? Not to be arrogant or anything like this, just that we know where we came from. We know the skills that we have, and we're like, man, how come we're not succeeding? You know, and you probably might be finding yourself there in your business, or probably maybe your team is not succeeding, or you know, which we're going to get into in a little bit. But then we just kind of got fed up, and we said, you know what? Today is going to be the day where we're going to get 2 signups inside of our business, and we're going to get 30 leads. And you know, that's really our objective for anybody that comes into Power Quantum. You know, we've really kind of decided to. That's the objective. As the moment somebody gets part of the coaching service, to help you generate 30 leads and 2 signups a day. Because when you do that, and you do that on a consistent period, anywhere from 60 to 90 days, your income will shoot up, and it's inevitable for you not to succeed if we can get you to 2 signups and 30 leads, right? And all of a sudden, you know, we finally hit that moment. You remember that, right?
Oh yeah.
And you know, it was like such a crazy moment, because we thought it was just impossible to get 30 leads and 2 signups a day. You know, we just thought it was impossible. Now here's the funny thing. You know, a lot of people think that when they make the decision to get started is when they actually pull out their credit card and they buy. The problem is that just because you buy something does not necessarily mean that you're actually making a real decision to take this and to run with it. And for us, it was very similar. Even though we had bought, we had invested, we were doing everything supposedly that we thought we were supposed to be doing. It wasn't until we made a real decision, and that decision only came because we were fed up and we were tired of not getting to where we wanted to go in life, you know. And we were like, is this a fantasy, or is this going to happen, you know? There's a lot of things that came across our mind, but that's what happened. We made a decision, and then all of a sudden, we just started sponsoring more people into our business. We started helping more people, you know. We started getting more leads than we've ever gotten before. And all of a sudden, what we can produce in a month, we started producing in a day. And what we can produce in a week, we started producing in a day. And then so on and so on and so on. And, you know, there's always improvement, and we can constantly get better. But we're at a point where now what we want to do, Jayme, is that we want to duplicate ourselves inside of anybody who's willing to make that decision and decide to run with us, right? So before we get started and we do anything, right? You know, I just want to really ask you this really important question, which is, you know, how many, you know, how serious are you on a scale from 1 to 10 about making this happen?
Oh, this is a 10 for me.
Okay, so you're a 10. Okay.
Awesome. I love it.
And how long do you think you can continue to keep doing something over and over and over and over and over, and then not really seeing any results until you just finally decide to say, you know what, maybe this just isn't for me?
Oh, well, I'm kind of an older student, so I'm not so quick to throw in the towel as I am just to ask for some help from somebody, because there are, like you said, there are so many people out there who are profiting and doing well. Why can't I? There's something that I'm doing wrong, and I need to help. I need help to identify it. So I'm not quitting. I just need help.
Absolutely, right? And that's what we're here for. We're here to coach you and tweak those, really just tweak that and help you just avoid, you know, all of the frustration that we went through, right? Now, before we move on and we get into the good stuff, this is a really important question, and as a matter of fact, how you answer is really going to determine how we're going to go about this, right? And my question to you is, you know, we need you, right? And in order for us to really make this work, you need to stick this out for at least a year. And if you decide to stick this out for at least a year with us, right, we can promise you, we can almost guarantee it, right, that it can happen. Not that it will, because at the end of the day, it's up to you, but that it can happen. If you stick with us for a year, minimum, that you will be profiting, and you will be probably making enough money to just leave the job that you're doing. Maybe you have a job, maybe you don't, I'm not sure, right? But whatever you're doing, we can help you get there. Can you make that promise for us?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Awesome. So let's get right to it then.
Great, great. Okay, so you were able to fill out your goals, right? Let me pull it up.
Able to fill out what? I'm sorry.
Goals. Yeah, yeah. I see them actually. I pulled them up here. So we're gonna. It's gonna be your
Okay.
turn to talk. We're just gonna kind of go through your goals, and then just feel free to. We want to explore them a little bit more, right? So you are in Ingreso Cybernetico, right? How long were you in there? Are you in there?
Somewhere between 2 and 3 weeks.
2 and 3 weeks. Okay. What made you say, you know what, this is what I want to get into?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
What made you say that this is the company you wanted to be a part of?
Well, I watched the company and spoke with the person who would become my sponsor for a couple of months. It took me a while to save up the money to become a part of it. So I was able to talk to her and really understand the system. And I'm pretty computer savvy, so it's a very technical company that sells digital products and internet-based products. So I felt like it was something I could easily comprehend and easily explain to people. And it is. I'm having some problems with some of the other technical stuff, but you can't help me with that.
Which technical stuff?
Oh, setting up capture pages, lead pages, autoresponder, those types of things.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Oh, well then, alrighty. That's good.
That's what we do.
It's good to be wrong.
Yeah. All right, okay, keep going.
Yeah, and the compensation plan is very generous, and the CEO is, he's wonderful. I can't say enough about him.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Very cool. Okay, cool. All right, and so what was like the deciding factor that made you say, you know what, I need to work with Power Quantum and the Power Couple and Tony? You know, what was it that made you say this is it?
Oh, well, I've had several conversations with Tony on instant messaging and then through just Facebook posts and whatnot, and he is very genuine. He doesn't seem like he is, what's the word I'm looking for? He wouldn't lie to save his life. So he's just very genuine and is honest, and I just really, really like who he is. He doesn't seem to negotiate himself for anybody, and I really like that, especially in a younger person.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
So I trusted him. I trusted his word. He said, you guys are the bomb diggity. So I was like, all right.
That's awesome. It's funny because he's a yellow personality just like you.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Yeah.
That is cool.
That is too cool.
All right, cool. And it says here that you're looking to create $4,000 a month, right? And that would be optimal and realistic for you right now. That's like your immediate goal.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah, that would fill in the blank spots right now.
All right, cool. Yeah, so that would be exactly what we're going to help you do, you know. I'm not really sure how the compensation plan at Ingreso works, but, you know, what's the percentage that you make off of selling one of their digital products?
The compensation for selling one of their digital products is 100%.
Okay, cool.
Excuse me, or the commission.
All right, cool.
And then they have matrix boards where if I can get 6 people into spots underneath of me, then I, what they call, turn over that board and make whatever money that board is worth. At this point, I'm at the very bottom, so if I were to get 6 people under me and turn it over, I would make $125. So then I would invest $100 back into the business, keep the measly 25, and move on.
Okay, so you have to get 6 people before you can make that 100%?
There's 2 different types of compensations. The digital products are like how to get more traffic from Google or strategies to make money online, blah, blah, blah. So those are kind of separate from the matrix or the boards. Matrix and boards, same thing, just different words.
Right.
So the matrix/boards is where I need to get 6 people.
Okay, so
and they would be on my team.
Are you more focused on getting the 6 people or just selling the direct digital product to make 100% commission off of?
The 6 people.
Oh, okay, why?
It's I think a better use of energy, and that those 6 people will be on my team, and granted that they choose to stay with the company, they would continue to create profit for themselves and for the company and essentially myself.
Okay, cool. So it's just a smarter route to go. So in order to create $125, you need 6 people. So per 6 people is 125.
Right.
Okay. So just so I'm clear, that way when we break it down, we can talk about that. Okay. All right, cool. So now you said that how many hours per day and per week you have to dedicating towards making that amount of money. You said about 40 hours per week, or whatever it takes, and that's awesome. That is awesome. So my question to you, Jayme, is if we were to tell you exactly what to do with those hours, are you going to do exactly what we're telling you to do, or are you going to do whatever it is that you wanted to do in the first place?
No, I'm going to do what you tell me to do.
Awesome. Cool. All right, cool. Great. All right, so here we go. We're moving on to the next question. It says your initial getting started budget is 100 to 500. All right, cool. And your ongoing monthly marketing budget is about 200 a month. And that's great, you know, that's a good place to start. So here's one of the commitments that we want you to make, okay? Whenever you make a commission from your business, if you can take 20 to 30% of that and put it aside towards marketing back into your business. Can you do that for me?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. Don't do it for me, rather. Do it for yourself.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. All right, cool. Great. All right, so let's talk about this, right? We said to describe a day in your ideal lifestyle and how much money a month to live it. So we read it, right? But I want you to, you know, elaborate more on it in words. Go ahead.
Okay, elaborate more on my perfect day.
Yep.
Okay. Well, clearly my perfect day is far off into the future. You know, kids are gone in college or doing whatever they're going to do. And I very much look forward to spending time in a secluded place with my husband. You know, we've enjoyed our marriage, but kids do what they do. They stress you the hell out. And it's just the way they're made. And we just want to enjoy each other. And granted, those particular things don't necessarily take money, but to be in that secluded place, to be in Mexico or Central South America, whatever, that takes money.
Right.
And
okay.
I don't
know.
Good.
That's awesome.
What else?
Well, can I ask you?
Are there any?
No. Why do you
I'm sorry.
want
Say that again.
Tell me why you want it.
Well, I have spent since really the 5th or 6th grade studying Spanish and Spanish culture. So it's kind of become a part of who I am.
Wow.
And I just love it. And I do speak some. I could stumble through a conversation.
That's beautiful.
And I would just like to be with the people and do what they do. You know, I've been American. I've done what Americans do. I've had the triple, double cheeseburger, you know. I just want to go try something new.
That's awesome. Okay, entonces vamos a hacer esta llamada entero en español, ¿ok? No, I'm just kidding.
Alrighty then.
I'm just kidding.
That was hilarious.
No, that's awesome. That is beautiful. You know, okay, so I see why you want it. It really connects with who you are. You know, it's your dream. You've always wanted to do this, and so that's really beautiful. Now answer this. What will it do for you when you're able to do that? What will that do for you?
Oh, I think spending quality time with my husband will free a part of me that um, feels kind of locked up right now.
Mm.
Well, having a rough time with finances makes you feel kind of spiritually bound, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, and then worrying about the kids, dealing with all that stress, that creates even more gunk in your spiritual channel. And he's very spiritual, so being alone with him and having his energy to kind of help me clean myself out, so to speak, I think that I will just be so much lighter and freer and probably a lot more fun to be around.
Wow, that's beautiful. Jayme, that's beautiful. And
That is beautiful.
that's the way life is meant to be lived. And life isn't life without you being able to live that way. I want you to know that. And so what we want to do is
Awesome.
help you, really, really help you get there faster than what you can imagine, faster than what you think. We're going to help you. Again, it is up to you to actually apply it, but I want to let you know that our hearts just felt what you just said. Like we felt it.
Oh,
And we want to make
oh,
sure
that's sweet.
that we do whatever we can to help you get there.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, Jamie,
Awesome.
not too long ago, we were like 5 months backed up in rent, and we were selling everything we had inside of our house. Like I mentioned to you earlier on, either to invest into the business or to just get by, right? And at the time when all of
Right.
this was happening, we really didn't have any income. The only income that we were actually making was the one that we were actually making from the internet, which at the time was very little to none. It wasn't very consistent, and and most of the people who would get started would quit, right? I'm not sure if you know how that feels, but there came a point where
Hmm.
I know exactly how you feel, like how you said, you feel like spiritually bound. As a matter of fact, that's how I felt for such a long time. Especially in that transition, I felt like it was just like going to be forever. And on top of that, here's what I also felt. I had a lot of people who were just messaging me and just telling me things like, you're not being a man. A lot of things. A lot of people will poke,
Oh,
especially when you're down. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're down, that's when people want to even poke even harder, and they kind of just want to stand on you and just kind of start jumping on you up and down, even though you're hurt, right? Because for some reason, people just like to do that. And but here's where I'm going with this, right? Where I'm going with this is that even though that felt like it was going to be forever, and even though the place and the situation that you might be in now, not saying that it's probably not as bad as that, or maybe it is, or maybe you're getting out of it now. But the good thing is that as long as you stay consistent with the stuff that we're going to be sharing with you, there's just no doubt in my mind that you will overcome this, that
Yes.
you will feel, you just feel free, right? Because one of Power Quantum, one of the things that we like to share with people is that we want to help people liberate themselves from the grip of money, because that's exactly how we feel money controls people in a certain way, because some people, they feel like they're being just gripped by money and they can't do the things that they want to do.
Or
For
express themselves if they want
yes,
to,
express themselves, they base their decision.
Especially in couples, like you mentioned, it's just like we see it all the time, and that's the statistic is money is one of the biggest reasons of divorce, and
right.
I hear it in your heart how much you just want to be able to be one with your husband without having to worry about, all that stuff, and the money kind of becomes this, it puts an emotion and an attitude in you that brings this void in the midst of the relationship. And you know, like you said, that's liberating people from the grip of money is the biggest thing that we want to help do for the world. You know.
Absolutely. And the cool thing about it is with the stuff that we're going to be sharing with you in a couple of minutes, right? You're going to realize how simple this is, because you're going to be applying and you're going to be using your strengths. You're going to be dominating in the area where it's going to seem like it's effortlessly when you're doing things, right? Because that's really what's important. When we first got started, we were accidentally succeeding, not really understanding why, until we kind of looked back and we said, "Holy crap, man! We were succeeding because that's what we're good at." We might not be good at all this other stuff, but the stuff that we're good at, God, damn, we're good. Like we're really good at it, right? And I'm sure, Jayme, that there's something that you're amazing at. I mean, you're way better than us at that. As a matter of fact, you're probably one of the few people, right, who can actually do what you can do, but at a superb level, as at a professional level, right? As a matter of fact, John C. Maxwell, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with him. You know, he says,
Yeah.
you know, why focus on stuff that you're not good on when you can get paid for the stuff that you're good at? So if you're like a 9 at playing basketball and you choose not to play basketball, you know, what are you thinking? You know, you should go and play basketball because that's what's going to pay you like a professional. And by the time we're finished with this training, we want to make sure that we're redirecting you in the area where you're a high 9 or a high 10, and you will get paid for what you're worth, because what you're worth is what people are looking for in the marketplace, because you have answers to a lot of people's problems. You may not even know it just yet, right?
Right.
So it's going to be really exciting. I'm excited for you. I'm excited. I'm just excited to see where this is going to come, where this is going to go. I mean, I kind of know where it's going to go. But wow, I'm excited.
I'm excited for you too, Jayme. Cool. So one thing that I want to share with you before we move on to your whole personality part, right, and talking about those strengths, the things that we want to start teaching you, is this, right? You know, the moment you learn it and the moment you leave this call and you start taking action, it's all about the consistent action that counts. You know, it's not, the problem is not the action, right? It's the people that don't keep doing them. And so that means so much. If you can just continue to keep doing them, your success is inevitable. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Cool. And you're going to find that no matter the how-tos, no matter the strategies that we give you, it all starts with this. And I want to explain why. Okay? You have philosophy that gives you the attitude, that gives you the action, that gives you the result, that gives you your current life. Okay? So if you look around at everything that you see, wherever you're sitting, right, wherever it be in your house, and you look around at everything around you, and you look into the things that are around you, meaning not just the material things that you have, but the people, the relationships, the feelings, the things that you have around you are all there. They're all there because of you. It all starts back with your philosophy. Your philosophy brings about an attitude. Your attitude then brings out a behavior or actions, right? Those actions give you a result that manifests the lifestyle that you currently have. And so if you want your lifestyle to change, what's the first thing that you need to go back to?
The very basics, the philosophy.
The philosophy. They're the root of everything, which is why the how-tos are very insignificant. Because it's more how you do the how-tos. It's more that, which starts with the philosophy. It all starts with the mind.
Powerful stuff.
You know, think about, you know, somebody who wins the lottery. Most people, right, there's a statistic that says most people are unable to keep it because they don't have the philosophy to maintain it or develop on top of it. They're not able to build off of it, because it all starts with the philosophy. You create your reality because of what's in here. If you have a bad day, it can easily be switched into a good day by starting here. It's that simple, but not many people understand that, and they complicate it. So I want to let you know that even though we're going to tell you, a few steps, we're not even going to go over strategies on how to, because we have a whole website for you to go to, which we're going to give you at the end of this. But even then, you will get absolutely nothing accomplished if you're not building here. That's the root of it all. You want to build something right, you do it right once, you never have to do it again.
Absolutely. You couldn't have worded it better. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Does that make sense, Jayme?
Yes.
All right,
Absolutely.
Cool. Awesome. So we're going to go straight into the personality, okay? So let me pull up the slides here. I just want to make sure that I have it available for you to look at. Great. Okay. All right, so you're going to see my screen in a second, and I want you to let me know when you do, okay?
Okay.
You see it?
Okay, I see it.
Awesome. Perfect.
Fight for Justice,
Yep.
Justin and Dee.
Great, great. Okay, so Justin and Dee are a millionaire in the Empower Network platform, right? The strategies that they use, or that you're going to be taught here, they use themselves, and they just became a millionaire recently. That's their newborn baby. They actually started in Costa Rica and unable to pay their rent of $400, because they didn't have the funds. And in just over a year, so about 18 months, right? I think it was like 15 to 18 months, they were able to turn that all around. So it's pretty exciting. Now, the reason why I'm bringing them up is because they're a yellow personality, and you're yellow. So what we want to do is talk about how they went about growing their business, that you will too. Those strengths of a yellow, okay? And we talked about it on that webinar that you came from, which was, fighting for a cause and committing to what you believe in, being a team player, and having teamwork. You're gonna thrive in belonging to a group that's important, a supportive role, very loyal, and the glue that holds the team together, and you have a servant's heart. Now, we're going to talk about both the yellow and the green because I know that you feel like you're a green as well, okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so here's where you thrive. You thrive in team-based environments. You're not really a one-man show, and that's pretty awesome. You grow from collaborating. And you kind of mentioned it. It was already in your language when we asked you, how long will you continue to keep going and not see the results? And you said, you're the type of person that just will ask for help. You'll never quit, but you'll just ask for help. And that's pretty awesome because you like to collaborate. All right? You're going to be great on social media. And I see you. You're posting a lot on Facebook, and
Right.
endorsing others and leveraging their story. And you kind of already do that. You mentioned how much Tony is such a great person. And as he begins his success story, I can already see that you'll leverage his story to reach the masses. You'll even leverage your story, which is pretty powerful. And fighting for a cause and promoting that cause. That's like your vision. Which, by the way, do you mind sharing what your vision is?
Oh, you want me to share what my vision is?
Yeah, that would be great.
Oh, gosh. I've got a lot of them. I guess, I don't know, personally, helping my mom retire would be great. But on top of that, if I were able to live in, South, Central America, whatever, giving to the local community, buying art from the local artisans. They still make lots and lots of pottery just like they did 2,000 years ago.
Wow.
Just helping them, continue to live their life. And unfortunately, money is the way to do it, even though they would probably prefer it not be that way.
Right. Wow.
That's,
all right, cool.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say something. I think that's awesome. We believe in your vision, and your vision is totally attainable, especially once you decide to make the decision after this training. You're going to do whatever it takes, right? One of the things that I hear, and my ears are very they're like radars, right? They pick up a lot of stuff, and I'm very observant. And one of the things that I heard you say is, I think it was if I do get to live in South America or something like that. And what I just want to encourage you, and what I want to share with you is to replace the if with, when it happens, because just by shifting those small words in the way you talk, it's just going to help you increase your belief. And even when you're talking to people, it's going to say, wow, that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, just talk as is, just call things into existence, into your life, and I can guarantee and I can promise you that it's only a matter of time before. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Awesome.
It does. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Good stuff. So when you live in South America, I can't wait.
All right, cool. So this is how you approach your business using some of the strengths that you have as a yellow personality, right? You want to create or submit to your team culture. Lead with your cause, which is your vision, right, which you just shared with us. Leading with your cause, because people will connect with that. Hosting team-building hangouts and gatherings, and become a contributor or a collaborator, and share your ideas and talents with others to cultivate team success. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Great. So now what we're going to do is I'm gonna pull up the green one first real quick. Just give me 1 second. I have to get to it. Just going to go right back to my page real quick. So that's pretty awesome. Let me just pull it up. Bam. Okay, you ready? You're going to go back to our screen. Let me know if you see it.
Okay. Okay. Analytical something
Great.
or other. Sorry, my mouse thing is covering it.
Yeah. So this is for the analytical people, right? This is the green personalities, which is very detail oriented. You like to know how things work. You're cautious. You're reliable. You're focused. You're a very organized person, loving facts and figures, and you're data driven. So this is where you thrive, right? You're going to thrive in metrics and analytics. Okay. You're going to thrive in systems, conversions, PPC. You're aware of what PPC is?
Pay-per-click,
Yep. And SEO?
search engine optimization.
Very good. Do you know how to function those two strategies?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
That's what we're here for, right? Sales funnel development, and that's something you said you wanted help into, right?
Yes.
Cool. Knowing the numbers and having proof of what works. So this is going to be where you thrive. And so we're going to help teach you 1 and 2 and 3 and even the systems. We're going to teach you how to do these things so that way you can thrive that way. So you can literally just combine what a yellow person is and then using some of these green strategies, which is pretty awesome. Okay? Oops, this way.
Okay, great.
So how to approach your business? Well, for one, create systems and processes, which we're going to help you. There's a system we already have in place that you just have to develop, you know. Track your business numbers and leverage data-driven tools to track results. Okay, it's that simple. So what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about different assignments we want you to accomplish. For one, as a yellow and one as a green. We're going to do the green first since we're already here. Okay, and I want you to write it down. Okay.
All right.
In the inner circle, all right, there's November 11th, 2013, the backwards blueprint. This is from Chris Record. All right, you also have March 8th, 2012, which is Mastering the Funnel by Dave and Dave. Okay. These are things that are literally going to help you with the strengths. And these are the ones we want you to knock off first before anything else. There's many other things that you can learn, but we're going to talk about these first, okay? The 15K formula, lesson 5, 20, and 24 all talk about SEO strategies. Lesson 21 talks about paid traffic mastery. Okay?
Okay.
Which will help you with the PPC and all that stuff. Oops. Sorry. And masters, lesson 10, which is perpetual marketing. Lesson 18, consistent traffic, tweaking your methods. And that's a very green personality one. Lesson number 18, tweaking your methods. As you read your analytics and metrics, you're always going to be constantly tweaking, all right? Is it okay if I move on?
Just 1 second.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm good.
Awesome. All right, here we go. And for the yellow personality, in the inner circle, you have September 2nd, 2013. Here's to the Crazy Ones by Justin Brungia. November 4th, 2013. Get Rich or Die Trying by Justin Brungia. In the 15K, I'm actually missing like 2 more assignments, so I'm going to pull those up after, okay?
Okay.
15K, Lesson 10, Dynasty Team Building with Tracy Walker. Lesson 11, Creating a Powerful Team Gathering with Justin Brengia. And the Master's Lesson 32, Team Building Beyond the $10,000 Community Culture. So we're combining both the yellow personality and the green because I know that you feel like those are probably your 2 dominant traits in your character and your personality to be able to drive your business. So this is like a double whammy here. You know, you're going to have awesome team culture, awesome team building, right? You're going to have duplication and sustainability, but at the same time, you're going to have such a powerful data-driven business, you know, which is really awesome. So we're going to help you develop those strategies. Does that make sense?
Yes, sounds great.
Cool. Can I change the screen?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, cool. So, all right, I forgot, I have to give you 2, there's other assignments that I'm going to give you, okay? So write down Viral Blogging Academy, which is Storytelling Secrets, Lesson 1. Okay. And what was the other one? Let me pull it up. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. Lesson 4 in Costa Rica. All right, Costa Rica. Lesson 4: speak your prospect's language and how to get people to buy stuff.
Okay.
Okay. And then lesson 8: creating a lasting team culture, keeping it all together. And last one, lesson 8 in the Costa Rica, creating a lasting team culture, keeping it all together. And then here's the last one. Lesson 9 in the Costa Rica, SEO with Ola of MLM Brothers, get your stuff to rank fast.
That's all.
All right.
All right, cool. So those are different things. So now you're probably like, all right, where do I get these assignments? How can I get into it? Well, we're going to talk about that in a second. So in the meantime, I want you to log into your empowerednetwork.com homepage using the username and password that you created. Okay? And let us know once you're there.
Okay. Okay, I am in.
All right, cool.
All right, cool stuff, man. Yeah, we're gonna tell you exactly what you're gonna do in the next couple of minutes. Now, before I do, what I want you to do is for a second, I want you to just completely, if there's any distractions right now, I want you to just block them out for a second, because what I'm gonna do in the next couple of minutes is I'm gonna do something really powerful that can potentially impact your life right now, that can completely change everything and just reroute your steps, and just take you in the direction that's going to help you succeed in the direction that you want to see, in the direction that you actually are seeing right now as you got on this call, right? So go ahead and just block out any distractions and let me know when you're good to go.
Okay, I have a subdued environment.
Okay, cool stuff, awesome. So what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes for just a couple of seconds here, right? I can't really see your face, so just let me know when your eyes are closed.
Yep, they're closed.
All right, cool, right, awesome. And I want you to just listen to the sound of my voice, because what I'm going to share with you right now is I want you to think about for a second. I want you to think about 5 memories that you have when it comes to doing business, right? Or anything that has to do with a business opportunity or anything like that. But these experiences, I want them to be a bad experience, right? I want it to be bad memories of maybe either you failing or anything like that. And when you have these bad experiences or bad memories, I want you to let me know when you have them.
Oh, yeah, they're there. I have plenty.
Okay, cool. Now, what I want you to do is, as I'm going to be sharing, as I'm going to be talking, I want you to start playing these memories back to back, back to back. So one right after the other, one right after the other. And I want you to just zoom in on those memories, and I just want you to click the play button as if you're watching a video on YouTube, and I want you to just enlarge that screen. And I want you to start watching those movies right now. And as you're watching them and as you're seeing them, I want you to just make them a little bit more colorful. And I want you to just think about the expression that you had on your face. I want you to just add a little bit more sound to it. And I want you to just raise up the emotion and how you felt as you're going through each and every single memory. And as you're doing that now, and you're watching that, I want you to just remember how how it felt when you were either failing or whether you might have been doing something that just didn't lead to where you really wanted to do. And I want you to just continue to focus on that and continue to enlarge that image and continue to just increase the emotion, increase the color, increase the sound. And as it's going back to back to back to back, I want you to just continue to remember that feeling and that pain. and just keep on doing that, right? Keep on doing that. Keep on doing it. As a matter of fact, as you're doing that, just focus on that. Focus on that feeling, and focus on those memories just playing back and forth, back and forth. And as you're seeing those things happen in real life, and as you're seeing, you're just going back into the moment where you were doing something that just didn't turn out so well. I want you to picture, and I want you to just anchor that feeling, right? And remember how that felt, right?
Okay.
Right. And now, what's the feeling that you get?
Frustration, um, feeling let down,
Feeling let down.
um, stonewalled.
Mm. Now, where does that where do you feel that feeling? Do you feel it in your chest? Do you feel it in your stomach? Do you feel it in your hands? Where do you feel that at?
Yeah, it's in my heart.
It's in your heart. It's in your heart. Is it steady in your heart, or is it going forward? Is it going backwards? Which way is it going?
Oh, starts there and moves up.
And it moves up. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to spin that feeling a little faster. Spin it a little faster, and you're gonna notice as you start spinning that faster, you can either do it with your finger, right? You're gonna notice that the frustration level is gonna go higher, the anger level is gonna go higher, the sadness, the feeling of being upset because something didn't work is gonna go higher. And I want you to continue to spin it and continue to spin it. And as you continue to spin it, you're gonna feel these emotions at a higher level. And as you continue to spin it, even though it's a bad feeling, what you're doing right now is now you have control of that feeling because now you know where it's going. And what I want you to do now is I want you to rewind it back, and I want you to start spinning it back. And as you're spinning it back now, you're spinning it back, you're spinning it back, you're actually taking that feeling and you're feeling better. Now what I want you to do is I want you to go back in the time in your life where you had amazing experiences, where you either felt like an awesome mother, where you either felt like just a person who's such a person of a giving heart, you just gave, or moments in your childhood when you were praised by your parents or you were recognized by somebody. And I want you to think about five memories that come to your mind, and when you have those five memories, just let me know.
Okay, I've got them.
Okay, now I want you to do the same exact thing. I want you to play them back to back to back. And as you're playing those movies back to back, I want you to enlarge the picture, and I want you to just step into those pictures. I want you to take the color, brighten the color up, brighten the sounds. Just let me know the sounds of people just praising you, giving you recognition, or the feeling that you're getting. I want you to just take it to the next level. And I want you to feel that. I want you to feel that. And as you're playing those videos back and forth, and you're watching yourself getting praised or recognized, or doing something that makes you feel great as a mother, as a woman, I want you to just keep playing those videos back and forth, 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 back and forth. Go ahead and keep doing it. Go ahead and keep doing it. Just keep playing those videos. Keep playing it. Keep playing those memories. Keep playing those memories. And as you continue to keep playing those memories, just brighten the colors up. Put the emotion a little higher. And just keep on doing that for a second. And keep on doing it. And keep on doing it. Now, how do you feel now?
Better, a little lighter.
What are some of the feelings that you get?
Satisfaction, fulfillment. That's what I'm looking for. Confirmation that I'm going the right direction, doing the right things.
Okay, and where do you feel that at?
Same place, but it's
right?
A better feeling.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Cool, awesome, cool stuff. Now, the reason why I decided to do that, right, is because at any moment, right, what I just shared with you is how to have control of your feelings, right? How to have control of your feelings, and this is really important because as you continue to do this, there's going to be a lot of things that may trigger a bad feeling or a bad emotion, and when that gets triggered, the feelings of depression, being upset, being angry, they're all linked up to each other, and as one triggers, the other ones raise up as well, right? And what happens is that when that's happening, when you're in that state, a lot of people don't know how to control it. But what I just share with you is how to control that. I just share with you how to control that. I just share with you how to get into a state of inspiration, how to get into a state that is going to allow you to move people, because you being a yellow, right, and you fighting for a cause, it's going to be the reason people are going to join you. They're going to join you because you are an inspiration to them, right? Because what people who are struggling right now in life need to hear more of is inspiration. They don't need a charity. They don't need a donation. They don't need a loaf of bread, because that's only going to get them to just continue to keep living their life more miserably. What they need is inspiration, and inspiration can flow out of your mouth like an endless river of just flowing of just inspiration.
Nice.
And you can just be in that state. If you can
Nice.
be in that state, you will be such a powerful woman that you are, Jayme. Right? I'm sharing this with you because this is the exact same thing that me and my wife do when we do webinars. We just come out and we just spit inspiration, right? And that's what people really want to hear. You know, when I did this is exactly where we had our breakthrough. When I asked you to just put yourself in and just watch those memories, right? Or those bad memories of you either failing in business or you not doing what you want to do in business. You know, that's exactly what happened to me not too long ago when I caught a glimpse of my reflection, and I was screaming and I was yelling at God because we were 5 months backed up in rent. We had just recently got kicked out of our house. We were living in a hotel, and we didn't know how long we were going to be there until we actually were going to get kicked out of that and then need to find a place. And at that moment, I caught a glimpse of how I looked at myself, and as I looked at myself, all of a sudden I started playing back into my mind all of the memories of me failing, all of the memories of me not doing anything, all of the stuff that I could have done but I didn't do, and I started to see how pathetic I was. And the moment that I got fed up, I said, enough is enough, enough is enough, enough is enough. And that moment is when I made the decision, because I got fed up. I got fed up with not getting the results that I want. I got fed up with being at the point where I couldn't provide as a husband, being at the point where we were going to get kicked out, being at the point where I was watching everybody succeed. Even that person that I knew couldn't succeed is now succeeding. And I got so pissed off, and I said, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it, because, Jayme, you're going to realize that this is so simple, because it's really more about making a decision and making a real commitment than it is strategy and skill set. Because at that moment, I didn't really know much about strategy, but we got 2 signups and we got 30 leads for the first time ever inside of our business, and it came because I was just upset. I was angry. I was angry, right? Now, I want you to. So that's kind of like what I just did now. It's a really powerful exercise,
That's
right?
awesome.
I'm just gonna. What it does is it's called an emotional threshold, right? And you need to do this whenever you just fed up, right? Because my mom is a perfect example. She'll cry. She'll have a midlife crisis, right? She'll say she doesn't like her life, even though she's crying and she's frustrated. She's not really to the point where she's mad and angry. She's really not, because if she was, she would make that decision and just get in, right? Change her life, right? Yeah. And this is the problem with so many people that we talk to. They cry. They say they want to change. They say they're going to follow our directions. They're going to do exactly what we tell them to do, but they're not really at the point of it being exhausted, being angry, being pissed off. And in reality, they're actually kind of comfortable, and because they don't know this exercise that I just shared with you, they don't know how to put themselves in a state of mind where it just gets them so pissed off that they make the decision to change. It's really that simple. It's really that simple to shift your mindset, right? So I'm just going to hand this back to my wife.
Yeah, okay? You know, and this is really important, because this is how, you know, like you said, inspiration is what's going to keep you moving, right? A lot of people get excited about something. They get motivated. Motivated is the outward effect of inspiration. And what happens, though, is because they're motivated, it dies out. Excitement doesn't last long. Inspiration, though, lasts much longer than motivation. It's just managing that inspiration, managing it. How do you get, you know, to fight for your mindset, right? We were talking about the philosophy earlier. And these are one of the ways. It's to stimulate your mind. How do you stimulate your mind? Reading, listening to audios. They put you in a state of mind of where you're making the decision that you want to win today. You said that you were a 10, but are you going to be a 10 tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day? Are you going to say, you know what, let me not watch TV today and let me actually take action today? Are you going to do that today and the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day? You will only do that if you manage your decision to winning and continue being inspired. Like right now you're inspired. Right now you're like, tell me what I need to do and I'll freaking do it. You're right now you're thinking about, you know, moving to Central America. You're thinking about doing all of this stuff. You're thinking about changing your entire life, and you're excited to taking the action to do it. And you're saying, let me do it right now. But how can you continue that momentum of this feeling? It's by managing that decision and continuing to stimulate your mind to believe that you can do it. And how do you do that? Like I said, reading and listening to audios. That's the only way it'll happen. It's the only way. It's what you feed yourself. If I feed crap, I'm gonna just think about crap. You know what I'm saying? If I'm just watching TV and I'm just gonna feel like it's just crap. But if you put positive things into your mind, you're gonna stimulate it to continue being that light of inspiration that you already are, Jayme. That you already are. So one of the things that we tell all of our members of Power Quantum, Tony included, everyone, we tell everyone that they have to follow a plan called the 30 Cubed Plan. That's reading for 30 minutes, listening to audio, positive audio, for 30 minutes, for 30 days completely straight. Are you ready to take on that challenge?
Yes, I've actually done that, but I'm willing to continue.
Awesome. See, that's how it starts. So the first thing that we want you to do is get those audios. So what we're going to do is we're going to take you to the Empower Network right now. Go ahead. You're there, right? Okay. Step 1, you're going to write down, is the Fast Start checklist. And I want you to go through that Fast Start checklist that we showed you earlier. You're going to do it after this call, right? Step 2 is to apply the 30 Cubed Plan. Obviously, you can't do the audios. You'll just do the books that we give you. Okay?
Okay.
Step 3 will be to activate the inner circle. So you want to get that done eventually. Okay.
All right.
Step 4 is to blog every single day for the next 90 days using that platform. So you know where to use it, right? In the videos that we gave you, you probably didn't get to it yet because we talked about how to set up a capture page, how to set up your autoresponder, how to connect them. Right, we talk about all these things in the videos that we sent where you had to set up your appointment. So you would have to go back through it and do all that stuff, okay? So
okay.
What step am I on already? I totally forgot.
We're on number 4, blog every day for 90 days.
Right, because in there, right, after you go through the capture page and autoresponder, there's a section where I tell you how to blog. I show you how to use that blog, okay? So you want to make sure you're blogging every single day. Step 5, okay. Complete the videos that I gave you. Start creating your capture page, your autoresponder. There's videos that I sent you on how to do that. I'll resend you that link after this, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay? And then step 6 is to be on every single Power Quantum Hangout that we do every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay?
Okay.
Because there is where we're going to give you the training to continue doing it, okay? And then, what, steps 8, 7?
7.
Yeah, step 7 is to go to the Power Quantum Training Center and start learning some of the stuff there, okay? I want you to complete the first 5 or 6 modules. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm going to take you to it. I'm going to show the screen, so give me 1 second. Okay, do you see it?
Yes.
All right, so you're gonna pick, just one thing and start mastering it. The main thing that I want you to do is obviously watch this video. It's gonna tell you how to navigate this this site. You have audios for the week, but I want you to complete these modules right here, 5 modules, and you can literally download it. So this one here is creating an effective capture page.
Okay.
What to drive traffic to, how to drive traffic, list segmenting, email marketing. Once you complete these, then you can also leave us comments and let us know how awesome it was.
Well, you have to know I am so relieved that you guys offer this.
Yeah,
I want to cry.
Yeah, this is what it is. This is what, look, we told you, Jayme, we're here to help you. We're here to help you. You just got to take action on what we're telling you. So when we say, hey, get that inner circle, we mean it, because what we want you to do is literally take the footsteps that we've already taken. If you can put your foot in the same footprint, you're bound to be exactly where we are or better. Doesn't that make sense? It makes sense, right? That's why we created this site, because this is everything we've done, So the inner circle was the first thing that we got to start developing our mind. We listen to that thing every day. Till this day, it's not even, we didn't do it for 30 days and stopped. It just became a habit. Funnel training, right? We got list building, front-end tactics, traffic secrets, Filter mastery, marketing tools is not created yet, and there's audios. Now, all of this stuff is still being built. So all of these are the recordings of our trainings that we do every Wednesday. So on Wednesday, you're going to get it live, and then you can always go back to it here. But they're all here, okay?
Wow, you guys work hard. My goodness.
Yes, we do, because we believe in you guys, man. We believe in people. We believe in our vision. We believe that everyone should win. Everyone has what it takes to win. They just don't understand how to activate it. And so we want to help people do that as much as possible, knowing that even though all that stuff is there, still people will not take action because they don't have the right freaking philosophy. They'll look at that and say, wow, this is great, and do absolutely nothing with it. That's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's frustrating because we want people to win. We actually want people to win. But that's why we tell when we say get the inner circle, that's where it starts. It starts there. You know, it starts there. And people just sometimes are just, they'll get the inner circle and they won't even listen to it.
Oh my goodness, give it to me. Shoot, I'll listen to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's where it starts. So if I were you, I'd fight to find the resources to get that inner circle so you can start taking action on the 4 assignments that we gave you, and then you can start listening to that, reading it, and then you have all this stuff that now that your mind is right, you can literally take the stuff that we have available to you and implement it. It's that simple. It's just so simple. It's like so step by step. I don't understand why anyone wouldn't succeed. I just don't. It really is them walking away from success.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, that's it. So that's step, I think, 8, right? That was step 8?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So now my husband's going to come over here, right? And he's going to show you something really quick on team duplication. And from the team duplication, then I'm going to give you the last few steps. Okay?
Okay.
Awesome. Let me just pull up his section here for team duplication. And then once he's done and I give you those steps, we're just about done.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Where is he? Okay, let me pull it up. All right, here we go. You ready? I'm going to share the screen. Let me know when you see it.
Okay. Okay, skill levels, and there's 5 columns.
Yeah, awesome, cool stuff. What's up, Jayme?
Hey.
You there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, cool.
Can you hear
Awesome.
me? Okay, great.
All right, so what we're going to do in the next couple of minutes is the first thing that we're going to do right here, right now, is we're going to basically this is a 5 categories that me and my wife broke this down, and we said, man, you know, if you know, what are the skill sets that are really important inside of this business, to the point where you can develop the income, the immediate income, which I think your immediate income is $4,000, right, per month?
Right.
Okay, cool. So that is $4,000 per month. And we said if we can help these people improve these skill sets, then it's inevitable for them to hit the income goal that they want. Because these are the skill sets that me and my wife have worked on, and you know, our income has significantly risen up because we constantly improve them. So what I want to do here is I want you to grade yourself, right? I want you to be completely honest and naked with yourself, and I want you to just, as if you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're talking to yourself and nobody's in the room, I want you to just be honest and grade yourself on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being you're not really good at that skill, and 10 being that you're pretty awesome in that skill. Is that cool?
Yes.
Awesome. So we're going to start off with people skills, right? And on a scale from 1 to 10, where do you range? And when you give me your answer, I want you to tell me why you think you're that number. Is that cool?
Okay.
All right. So let's take people skills.
All right. I would give myself a 9.
Okay. So you're a 9 when it comes to people skills?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, let's see. I think I have good intuition about people's motivation, like where they're coming from, why they want what they want. And sometimes it helps to tap into somebody's value system rather than pushing my value system onto them. Listening to them from their point of view, hence their motivation.
Okay.
Okay. I've had lots of jobs where I've been in customer service positions, so I've got lots of professional training in that area.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. That's very cool. Okay. Now, when it comes to your business skills, on a scale from 1 to 10, what do you range in that category?
Probably a 5.
Oh, you're a 5. Okay, cool. You're a 5. Now, why is that?
Well, I haven't. I guess I don't have a lot of exposure to it. Sometimes I let my emotions get the best of me when I'm trying to make business decisions, and then I don't make the best decision.
Okay. Got it. Cool. And let me ask you something. Ingresso Cybernetic, is that your first business opportunity, or you've been in other ones?
I've been in other ones.
How many of them?
I think 4.
You've been in 4? So Ingresso Cybernetic would be the 4th one or the 5th?
The 5th.
Okay, you've been in 5 business opportunities.
Okay.
So how do you think your emotions have affected you in these 5 in the last 4 business opportunities that you've been in?
Oh, I think I let the excitement of hearing a presentation or thinking about how much money I could make, let that excitement.
Hello?
I'm
Can
here.
you repeat
Are you
that? Because I think you froze up. Yeah,
okay.
You froze up. The last thing I heard was, I think I let the excitement, and that's it.
Okay. Of a presentation take me over, and then I would join the opportunity before really thinking it out.
Okay, so you're saying that you get excited, and then you just get excited, you just get in, and then you never really think through it why you got in?
Right, and then I don't think through, well, what strategy am I going to use to advertise this? What strategy am I going to use to try to recruit people, so on and so forth. So I kind of go in with no ammunition.
Okay, so you just get in, right? And then
Right.
and then when you say that you spend most of the time while you're in thinking about a strategy or thinking about somehow how to get other people into your business?
Right, and previously didn't know how to do any of those things.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Well, the good thing is that you've promised me and my wife that you're gonna stick with this for a year, right?
Right.
So this is totally gonna test your emotions. You do understand that, right?
Yes. I actually did get a little emotional when I was talking about Central and South America, and then you guys were talking about spirituality and all that, and I'm like, crap, I don't want to cry.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know why? That's good that you're emotional when it comes to those things. That's great. My thing is that now that you've promised us that you're gonna stick with us for a year, right? That this right here, your emotions are gonna play a big part. Meaning that, like my wife said, a lot of people get emotional, right? I mean, we just showed you all the stuff that you get just at the basic level, and it can be really exciting because there's a lot of good things in there that can really potentially help you significantly increase your business. But the problem is just managing those emotions. Like she said, you can, a lot of people get excited for a day, a couple of weeks, a couple of months, but then after 90 days, they're pretty much not excited anymore, and then therefore they continue that cycle where they're just in and out, in and out. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So what I'm saying is that this is going to be a perfect opportunity to challenge you, and to overcome this challenge and not submit to it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I want you to make sure that you're aware and alert that you're going to stick with us for a year, and you're going to do whatever it takes, and you're going to manage the decisions, you're going to manage your emotions every day, and even when you're not getting any results, you're going to keep on doing it, because it's the invisible results that you're doing now that eventually will give you the results that you're really looking for, and they will appear physically, right? Because $4,000 is the effect. It's an effect. So you have to ask yourself, what is going to cause me to make $4,000? Just based on cause and effect. And a lot of people are so concentrated on the effect that they never take the time to ask themselves, what caused me to make $4,000? What caused that person to make 6 figures? What caused that person to get 30 leads and 2 signups? And what's going to cause you to do that is the actions that you need to take on an everyday basis. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Super important for you to understand. So, okay, cool. So thank you for sharing, because now we know, now you know where a little bit of weakness may lie, and now you know that when this appears again, you know how to make a decision on this, right?
Right.
From 1 to 10, where would you range in that?
Mindset's about an 8. I've done a lot of work in the past 5 months or so.
Okay. How does this work relate to your mindset?
Well, I've read Success Principles by Jack Canfield, and did the exercises in the book, and that was incredible.
Okay.
I've listened to some of Eric Worre's work, audio books on YouTube, GoPro, and there was another one about recruiting so many people in 30 days. Oh,
okay.
Gosh.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I think I know what you're talking about, the Eric Worre one. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Kiyosaki. Anyway, I've read lots of other, not self-help books, but more like, self-promotion books.
Self-promotion books.
Oh, I just can't think of the word I want to use.
Okay. Okay, so how much of that information have you actually applied into your business and into your life?
Oh, into my life, I would say as much as possible. As far as trying to establish a routine every day, trying to do the same thing every day, like washing the dishes every day, running the vacuum cleaner every day, trying to just create some maintenance about my life.
Good. And how much of that information have you applied into your business, or whenever you face any challenges inside of your business?
I would say about 90% of the information. And then
90% of the information?
Yeah. And then the emotions get me.
And the emotions get you. So you're saying 90% of it. It's funny because, I have a friend who reads a lot, right? I mean, he's like a walking encyclopedia, right? The problem is that when a challenge arises, he knows what he needs to do. The problem is that even though it's easy to do what he knows he needs to do because he's been reading, it's also easy not to do it, right? So, what happens there is the reason why the mindset is so important. So let me just paint something really quick. I'm sure that you can see this, Jayme. You ever seen the movie Titanic?
Yeah.
It's a really good movie, right?
Yeah, it's good. It's sad.
Now, what's the reason? What was the reason that the boat sank?
Well, ultimately it hit an iceberg.
Okay, so it hit an iceberg, right? The problem is in that movie, right? A lot of people think it hit an iceberg. That's not really the problem, right? The problem was that the people who were seeing that iceberg coming, they didn't realize how big that iceberg was, so they miscalculated it. They miscalculated it, and they thought it was a lot smaller than it was, but what they didn't realize is on the bottom of that iceberg, it was a lot bigger. And you see in business, especially this business, a lot of people come in here, and they're so concerned about the capture pages. They're so concerned about the email follow-up. They're so concerned about, this and that, pay-per-click, solo ads, what's the traffic source. They're so concerned with that, but I'm going to just be honest with you, Jayme, that's only 10% of what's going to help you succeed. 10%. 10%, that's it. You not know how to do a capture page? I can promise you there's people out there who are getting signups without even a capture page, right? Even though a capture page is a must, right? But 90%, Jayme, is going to be your mindset. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
90%. And the next thing that I want to paint is I want you to imagine that you're holding a cup without a lid and you're running in the Amazon jungle. And as you're running in the Amazon jungle, there's dirt that gets into it. There's a little bit of bird poop that just plops on your water, and there's acidic rain that's falling on your cup. By the time you exit out of the jungle, you realize that the cup of water that was once clean is now dirty. Okay? It's the same thing with your mindset, right? It happens to all of us. Unless you live in a cave and you are completely excluded from the world, your cup is getting dirty with the stuff that you watch. Your cup is getting dirty with the people you hang out with. Your cup is getting dirty with the stuff that you see on billboards, on magazines while you're waiting in line to pay for the food. It's just getting dirty, right? And the reason why you need to listen to audio, you need to listen to audio every single day like the inner circle, is because it flushes that water and it gives you a clean cup of water so you're not sipping on dirty water. And we all know that when we're sipping on dirty water, we tend to get a little dirty ourselves, Know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I want you to just remember that and remember why that's so important. Now, how would you say your marketing skills are on a scale from 1 to 10?
Oh, a 2 on a good day.
Okay, on a good day. Okay, and why is that?
I just don't know that much.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So you don't know that much, right? What I'm going to share with you after this, right, is I'm going to share with you a game plan on how we're going to get you to $4,000 and how we're going to help you do that. Is that cool or what?
Oh, that's great. Yes.
That's going to be very cool, right? But it's only going to happen if you decide to make the decision and take action, right? So you're a 2, okay, which is fair enough. With the stuff that you're going to be learning, right, what we want to do is you can't avoid the learning curve. You have to learn it. I mean, the learning curve is a learning curve. But there's certain things that we can do to help you learn things faster, to help you apply things faster. But our main concern, Jayme, is to help you get into profit. Because the life about 2 to 5 out there, you're going to quit. How long did you last in the last business that you were in?
Oh, let me think. Maybe 6 months.
6 months, and did you make any profit? Were you in profit or anything like that?
Oh, I probably broke even, if that.
Okay, you broke even, so you really weren't that much in profit. And if that means you might have invested more into the business than what you actually got back. You see,
Right.
you're like a vampire, right? I mean, you lasted a little longer, but notice the common thread there. 2 to 5 months. You lasted about a month, a month longer, right? So what we want to do, Jayme, is that we want to help you create your first sale, right? Create your first 30 leads, and we want to help you do it as soon as possible. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because if we can't help you do that, right, you're going to quit. It's just very discouraging when you're not seeing any results. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's very discouraging. You got to pay bills. There's things that you have to take care of. So let's help you take care of those things. How would you say your money skills are when it comes to investing, when it comes to saving money?
Oh, whoop. Are you still there? Oh, crap. Are you guys still there? That was bad too. I'm still on the call, but something got dropped. I don't know what happened. Maybe they lost their internet connection. Oh, they're gonna call me.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, yes.
Oh, perfect. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what happened.
Oh, that's okay. Ain't nothing going on but the rent here, so that's fine. I don't have a schedule.
1 second. Let's get you back. Let me know if you can see my screen again.
Yes. Yep,
Okay.
I can see it.
So the last category we left before we got cut off was your money skills. When it comes to investing, saving, raising capital, being resourceful, how would you range yourself there?
I would give myself a 2 as well, right there.
Okay, so you're a 2. Okay. Now why is that?
Um, well, again, I've never had any capital. I've never been able to reinvest anything back into the business.
Okay.
Yeah, no experience.
Let me ask you something. I want you to go back in time, right? I'm not sure how far, but I want you to go back until you figure out a moment in your life, whether it was when you were little, maybe a teenager, maybe in your 20s, right? I'm not sure. Whenever you can go back in time, and I want you to remember a time when you were resourceful enough to either raise some type of money to get something that was really important to you and your family, or you were able to be resourceful enough or sneaky as a little kid to get your way. And let me know when you remember that.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Okay. I think I remember something.
Why don't you share that with me real quick?
Okay. Well, I was a young adult,
Okay.
probably 21.
Uh huh.
My oldest son was just a baby,
Okay.
and I had no resources to pay my rent. So I
Okay.
had to sell some jewelry that I'd had since middle school, high school, things my parents had gotten me for Christmas.
Okay.
It was some rings and a bracelet and whatnot. So luckily I was able to sell the jewelry for enough to pay my rent. But I was never able to go back and repurchase those items.
Okay.
So,
How much did you get for those items? We're just curious here.
oh, maybe $200.
Okay. So okay, cool. Okay, perfect. Congratulations, because you can be resourceful and you can raise capital. Even though that's probably maybe you did it once or whatever the case is, you can do it. You can do it. It's not impossible. It's not like you've never done it before. So the fact that you can do it, you need to build off of that because because you're in business, right? I mean, there's going to be multiple times when you need to understand how to raise capital. It's such a major, major skill set, and it's an attribute that all successful people have. Me and my wife have been able to personally raise like close to $10,000 for our business and for specific things and seminars and other things that we've gone to, right? And every time that we do it and we continue to do it, we start getting better and better and better and better. And as we do it, we develop more connections, right? But the fact that you've been able to do it once, because you can do it once, you can do it again. It might not be in the same form that you did it back then, or it might be, but either way, it's in you. You've been able to do it before. Is that right?
Right, yeah. Even though it sucked, I did it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. But you did it because you know you needed to do it because it was your rent. It was your rent, and because you had a baby. I mean, you had a kid. You needed to make sure you're good, right?
Mhm.
But you were able to
Right.
do it, right? And here's the thing: there's a lot, there's a lot of things in your life right now that you can use as resources. And a lot of people think that when I mean by resources, it's just money. When I'm talking about resources, Jayme, it's not just money. Money is just one way. It's one resource. If you just think about money, you're very limited. But there's different types of resources. There's people. There's connections. There's skill sets, right? There's different ways on how you can come up with money or come up with other resources that eventually help you um, get what you want to get accomplished. Does that make sense?
Okay.
But don't just limit yourself to money, because yeah, if you're just gonna limit yourself to money, and right now you're living off your husband's social security, which by the way, thank you, I'm not gonna share that at all for being so open. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Bro, like holy crap, $100 a month, right? And I was like, damn, I don't think I could do that. I understand. But one thing that didn't stop me was, okay, maybe I can't get money, but what else can I do? What are other resources that can eventually lead up to me either getting money or somehow, some way getting this inner circle, right? And when I started thinking about this way, my mind just started stimulating, and I started brainstorming. I started getting ideas, right? It's really that simple. There's a lot of resources in front of you that you probably have no idea that they're just there. So just open your mind up. Can you do that for me?
Okay.
If you open your mind up, this is not just going to work for raising capital, but it's also going to allow you to start seeing things differently. It's going to also allow you to take the resources that you have currently now and allow you to get more signings, allow you to get more leads, allow you, this is so powerful, so powerful. So all right, so now what we just did, Jayme, is I want you to either snap a picture of this, write this down, because I want you to look back at this 90 days from now, and you're either going to be extremely happy with yourself, you're going to be extremely disappointed, which I'm sure you don't want to be disappointed because you want to be happy, because 90 days from now, you definitely want to be at a better place than you are now, and you definitely want to be able to have more money in your pocket, more money in your bank account, and have more freedom to do the things that you want to do, which you shared with us. So go ahead and write this down or take a picture of it and let me know when you got it.
Okay. Yeah, I snapped a picture already.
Cool. So you making $4,000, believe it or not, is simply by focusing on the areas that you're strong. You have awesome people skills. Phenomenal. You did a couple of years in customer service. You find yourself, knowing how people work, and now that you know your personality and you kind of know other people's personalities, this is stuff that can aid you into getting a sale, into getting more signups, into just getting people to want to join you because they just love you. Because people, when they join you, they should want to join you. I mean, we get so many people that join us, and you know, the first thing that they do is, man, I'm so glad that I joined you guys. You know, that's exactly what you want people to say. You don't want people to be like, you know, I don't know what's going on. You know, I just joined and then they quit. You want people to join you, and you want people to just love that buy from you. Are you okay with people just loving to buy from you?
Yeah,
You're
I think
okay
I
with
can live
that?
with that.
Yeah, exactly. Right? These are the things that you want to make sure you know you have people skills, and people who have people skills are very likable, they're very charismatic, and make people feel good, make people feel, you know, they just listen to people and they're just very relatable. So this is your strong suit. Your mindset is I would say is in the high side too, but this is something that can very easily go down if you're not maintaining it and listening to inner circles or audios. Does that make sense? Or reading books. You
Right.
know,
Yes, that makes perfect sense.
what are some of the
That
books that
3x
you?
cup of water.
Yeah, exactly. What are some of the books that you're currently reading right now?
Let me think. Oh, I'm on the spot. What do I have going on here? Let's see. I am almost at the end of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Okay.
How to Influence People and Win Friends by Carnegie.
Okay.
Psycho-Cybernetics, I just started that one.
Okay.
Um, the Science of Getting Rich or Being Rich.
Okay.
I haven't started it yet, but it's on my
Okay. Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
desktop.
So you have a lineup of like classic, amazing books that will change your life. Now I want you to be honest with me, or should I say, be honest with yourself, because at the end of the day, this is about you, not about me. Are you reading? Are you reading at least 10 pages of a good book, or at least 30, reading for 30 minutes every single day, including on Sundays?
Not every day, no.
Okay, so that's what needs to change. Okay, I want you to read at least 10 good pages of a good book every single day. And if you can't do that, then read for 30 minutes. Is that fair enough?
Yes, I can make room for that.
Yes. Yes. Okay, cool. So awesome. So now what I'm going to do, Jayme, is I'm going to share with you how we're going to get you to $4,000, and I'm also going to just briefly go over some of the courses inside of Empower Network, and how they work, and if you decide pick them as well, right? So here we go. So let me just exit out of here for a second, right? And right now you have the viral blogging system, right? You've already made the commitment that you're going to blog for the next 90 days. Is that right?
Right.
You already know that the viral blogging system is an awesome way to generate free traffic and just brand yourself. You know, if there's any type of information, you can actually even email your blog or whatever you blog to your list, and in doing so, they're going to get, you know, sometimes when you send them to YouTube video or to Facebook, you know, that company is in control and there's ads going on. But when you send them to your blog, they can get distracted, and what's going to happen is that they're going to get distracted inside of your blog, which is the best time to get distracted. But here's what's a little bit more important than that, right? And I want you to focus on this. You know, I started blogging for 90 days. When I got in, I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. I don't know anything about blogging. I'm just going to do it. And as a matter of fact, if you really, really want me to, and it's kind of embarrassing, I'll send you my first blog, and you're just going to laugh at me, and you're going to say, oh my goodness, this sucks. And it sucks, and it probably sucks, and it's probably the top 10 blogs that sucked ever, because it was really, really bad, right? But here's what happened, Jayme. I stuck it out, and I stood consistent with blogging every single day. And around the 50th or 60th day, I'll never forget this, I walked into the room, and I asked my wife if she can read my blog, and at the time she wasn't involved in the business because I hadn't really proven her, I really didn't provide any results for her to really bother with it. And she said, yeah, sure. And as she's reading the blog, I see her bursting up in laughter. I see her reading, and I see her eyes getting bigger. I see her smile coming out of her face. And I'm here thinking that she loves my blog, and I'm like, wow, I must have wrote something better than what I thought. And she finishes up, she looks at me, and she says, oh my goodness, you have so many grammatical errors. And I'm like,
Oh.
and she's like, yeah, you know, like you forgot the comma here, you forgot the period here, you know. And she's like, read this, tell me if this makes sense, because it doesn't. And then I was like, oh my goodness, like damn, you know. And then you know, she kind of looked at me and she said, as a matter of fact, I think you have a better personality when you write than the person you are now. And I was like, then I got a little pissed off, and I was like, what do you mean? You know, you just saying I'm a bad personality? What are you talking about? And she says, no, no, no. Before you get mad, just calm down. I'm not saying that you have a bad personality. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm just saying that it's only a matter of time that if you decide to blog every single day and you make that commitment and you finish strong, what's going to happen here is that how you write is going to transition into how you speak. How you write is going to transition into how you speak, because you see, there's a power in being able to take what's in your mind, putting it into words, into sentences, into paragraphs, and eventually into a blog post. The skill sets that you're going to learn is how to become a more powerful communicator, and you being a yellow and fighting for a cause is super important for you to develop. And even if you are a great communicator already, which I think you are, I mean, you sound like you're an awesome person, right? And it sounds like you can inspire people and motivate people, right? There's always improvement. And the next thing, that it requires being clear. It requires having an objective. It requires being specific. This is all stuff that entails with your communication, and it's going to make you a better person. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And the next one is the inner circle. Okay. Now with the inner circle, you already know. I mean, it's an audio archive of personal development and audios that are going to help your mindset. But what's really cool is something called the inner circle. I think it's the Rewind or Inner Circle Audios, and every Thursday they have people like Brian Couch, who's an awesome leader on YouTube. He's like he knows a lot of stuff about YouTube, and he'll hop on there and he'll just share with you different tactics on how you can use YouTube as a way to generate traffic and to get people into your capture pages and then eventually signed up. You know, you have somebody like Josh Sholey who talks to you about email marketing and how to get more people to open your emails. I mean, it's super valuable. It's way more than $100. It's super awesome, and you know, we want to stretch you into getting the inner circle, because that's what we've done. And in order for us to duplicate you inside of, you know, us and you have to make sure you're taking the same steps that we've taken. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. The next one is the Costa Rica. The Costa Rica is an awesome Costa Rican intensive, right? It's a workshop that took in Costa Rica where they're going to be talking about how to speak your language prospects, how to use metaphors in your story to become a compelling communicator to get people to stuff. Sustainability. It's going to teach you a lot of awesome stuff. But one of my favorite ones is happens to be how to speak your language prospects, because it's really awesome to know that stuff, and it's really cool. The next one happens to be probably one of my favorite ones, right? It's the 15K formula. The 15K formula, Jayme, the reason why they call it a 15K formula is because if you do exactly what if you take those strategies inside that course, it's going to give you $15,000 per month, right? Income disclaimer, results are not typical, right? Because people who make $15,000 a month are not typical. They're above average. But that's going to be the source where you discover different traffic strategies like solo ads, like paid traffic, SEO, and all that good stuff. My favorite one happens to be the first module, which is getting clear, setting intentions that actually work. And even though this is something that gets thrown around in personal development, you have no idea what this has done for me and my wife on getting so clear that we've managed to hit our goals almost effortlessly because we knew exactly where we were going. And the last but not least happens to be the master's course. The master's course is a way to outsource your business. And eventually, as you start growing an organization past $10,000, there's going to be things that you need to invest into that, I mean, there's going to be things that you just can't pay attention to any longer, and you can actually get somebody to pay for it so you can focus on something that's going to increase your income and make it bigger. Does that make sense?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Now, here's what I want you to look at, right, for a second. When you look at all of this, it can be very overwhelming, or it may be like, wow, this is a lot of money. And hey, that's the same thing that I said when I got started. I said, holy crap, this is a lot of money, and I'm broke, and we don't have any income. Very similar situation that you're probably in, right? I was in the same way, the same situation with my wife. So many Facebook messages here. But here's what I said to myself. I said, okay, that's fine. I probably can't do it right now, but I'm going to get all in, right? And here's the reason why I did it. I did it because I knew that the stuff that was going to be in there was going to allow me to develop a skill set that was going to just pay me whenever I wanted, create an income on demand. So before you look at this, I want you to just imagine, when's the last time you actually flew on a plane?
Oh, 4 years ago,
All right, 4 years ago. Where did you go?
Hawaii.
Oh man, you got to get back there sooner than we got to get you back there soon. We actually, because of the stuff that we've learned in Empowered Network, just alone in this year, we've taken like 5, 6 trips, and we're gonna be going to Orlando again in October. So I think that's either gonna make it 6 or 7 trips. I've lost count. But this is the stuff that I'm talking about. When you understand how to work this stuff, trust me, you will be on a plane faster. But I want you to remember when you were on that plane. When you're on that plane and you're like all the way like thousands and thousands up in the air, doesn't things just get really, really small, right?
Right.
Like the trees become tiny, you can't even see people. The buildings that were humongo become small, and you feel like you can just go ahead and just grab it. It's like a little piece of Lego, right?
Right.
And I want you to look at this right now from that perspective. I want you to pretend that you're on top of the plane and you're looking at this and you're saying, holy crap, that's tiny. That's really tiny. It's not really a big deal, right? It's not a big deal. I want you to do that for me. Can you do that for me?
Okay.
Okay, cool. The next thing that I want to tell you is this, that a doctor is respected in America. I mean, a doctor is considered somebody who makes high 6-figure income, and it's usually what a lot of parents tell their kids to go into that profession, because making 6 figures is a lot of money in America. Well, I think it's about 2 or 3% of Americans who are actually 6-figure earners inside of America. Crazy, right? Now, a 6-figure earner, a doctor, usually takes anywhere from 6 to 8 years to be able to establish that, to have that degree, to potentially get a job and eventually create an income, right? I mean, that's why we go to college. That's why we get educated, to create an income, right? So really what we need is not so much a job, but we need a way to create an income. Now, let me ask you something, Jayme. A doctor, how much do you think a doctor invests to his education to make a 6-figure income?
Oh, a lot. Probably $200,000 minimum.
Yeah, right? I mean, and some doctors probably spend a little bit more depending on how much they want to make per year. So it's a lot of money, right? And usually they probably won't be able to pay bald or something. So that's probably like around 57, 58 years old, right? Now that you understand that, I want you to look at this I want you to see how small and insignificant of an investment this is compared to what a doctor pays to create a 6-figure income. Not only that, but I want you to look at this and I want you to say, oh my goodness, I don't have to spend 6 to 8 years to potentially learn a skill set that's going to allow me to potentially create a 6-figure income and possibly a 7-figure income because of the stuff that I've learned. You see, once you learn this and you understand this, like building a capture page right now may be a little difficult, right?
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, heck, I remember when I first got started, and I remember when I had to set up my Aweber, Jayme. Holy crap, that took me like 347 hours to figure out. And now that I look back at it, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so simple, right? And guess what? When you understand and you go through the trainings and you attend the team hangouts, and you decide to and just continue to invest into your education, what seems so difficult to do, you're going to be able to put together in just a couple of minutes. It might take a couple of hours when you get started, but then eventually it's going to take a couple of minutes. And then you're going to look back at the moment that you decided to get started, and you decided to make a decision, and you're going to say, holy crap, I can't believe it took me that long. I can't believe I couldn't do a capture page. I can't believe I couldn't get 30 leads. I can't believe I couldn't get signups. And you're going to say, holy crap, I can't believe I thought making $10,000 a month was a big deal, because it's not. So now what I'm going to share with you, Jayme, is how we're going to help you get to $4,000. Is that cool?
Okay, I'm ready.
I want you to make sure you pay attention here, okay? And this is exactly the same game plan that we have Tony on. And
I'm sorry, you're cutting out.
and so, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me better or no?
Yes, I can hear you better.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so this is the same game plan that we put Tony on, and he's on his way to start making $3,000 residual income, right? And he's gone from 18% conversion rate to like already like close to 40% conversion rate, right? And that's
Wow.
phenomenal. He's only been here a week and a half, and just with the stuff that he's learned and the stuff that he's applied, he's already at that level, right? And he's just going to continue to keep going. He's going to continue to keep going. Why? Education, because he has the right guidance and he has a system that actually works. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, and me and my wife don't normally do this, right? But what we want to do is we want to focus on helping you make $4,000. But in order for you to make $4,000, there's one condition. Okay, but before I get to that condition, I want you to pay attention here for a second. Okay, I want you to look at this from a business perspective, right? I know you're in Ingresso Cybernetics, and
Uh-huh.
I'm sure that it's just not you that's having a challenge in marketing and getting more traffic and getting more leads and just branding yourself. Holy crap, those messages. And I'm sure there's other people who are going through that, right? Now, what we want to help you, like I said, is help you get into profit as soon as possible. So here's what I want to let you know, right? What I want to let you know is because of the stuff that you can learn in here, there's a couple of things that you can do. As you're learning this stuff and you're developing this, one, you can learn all of this stuff and then you can teach it to your team. Do you have a team right now, or right now you don't have a team just yet?
No, I don't have a team.
Okay, so when you have a team, there's a couple of things that you can do. You can teach every single one of them one by one by one by one by one what you've learned, and in the process of doing that, it's going to stop you from producing. And as you're teaching them, it's going to take really long, or you can put them through a system where they get to pick and choose the stuff that they want to learn, and the only thing that you have to worry about and the only thing you should concern yourself about is about being a leader, leading with the cause, which you know you're good at because you're a yellow, and now people and just constantly lead them to your vision, right? So those are the two ways. Either teach them one by one by one by one, or just plug them into a system where they just pick and choose what they want to learn. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool, awesome. So what I want to let you know that in doing so, right, you can put your team through this system and they can pick and choose what they want to learn, what traffic strategy, if they want to blog, and it's going to be really cool, right? Now, the really cool part of thing about this is that if you become an affiliate, which I'm not saying you have to, you can make 100% commission, which is because you already can do that, right? If you decide to do that, we're not telling you, you don't really have to promote Empower Network if you don't want to, because as you can tell, we promote our own company using the Empower Network platform and the courses, right? So it's not like we're promoting Empower Network. We just do Empower Network as local. But if you do that, right, I want to focus on just two things here. I want to focus on the number that's going to help you get to $4,000, right? And over here, one second, let me just get my calculator out because my wife normally is here. I'm not good in math. Here we go. So if you look at right now, if you look at the viral blogging system, right, and you say, okay, then divide dollars, right? It would take 160 sales in order for you to $1,000 residually. You look at that number and you say, what the hell, man? I can't even get that many sales in a month, you know? And heck, I'll be honest with you, we don't even push out that many sales in a month. I mean, we don't do that, right? Because I'm going to share with you how simple this is, right? But I want you to stick here with me. Right now, you have the viral blogging system. So anybody you put through the system, you make 100% commission off that blog, and that's residual. Now, when you decide to go ahead and pick up the inner circle, right, to invest into your mindset, you're also going to have the ability to resell that course and make 100% commission, which is not really a big deal, right? And when you do that, $1,000 and you divide that into 125, and the number drops significant. It drops significant, right? And it drops to 32. I mean, way simpler than 160, right? So what we want to do for you, Jayme, right? And here's the condition that I was talking about, right? Is we want to focus on this number, right? And here's what we're going to do for you, right? If you can get, right? I'm not if, but when you get when you get 10 people to a webinar, right, a webinar training, right, we're going to get on there and we're going to lift you up as a leader, and we are going to personally close those people out, and you are going to make every sale that's coded to you on that webinar. And we're going to do that until we hit 32, because when we hit 32, you are going to hit $4,000 residually every single month. And that's what we want to help you do, because we want to help you get into profit as soon as possible. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, so that's the number right there, right? And do you have any questions about how that works, and what's racing through your mind right now?
Well, usually to be an affiliate of a company, the person has to pay in something. So is there that type of thing here?
Yeah, the affiliate is 1995. It's not really a big deal. And what that does is that it allows you to have the reselling rights to resell these courses, and it allows you to have an e-wallet, which is basically like a credit card processor. So you get all of that for 1995, and when you do that, you have the ability to make 100% commission, right? Now, like I said, Angela, there's only two things that you can do here, right? Which is either use the courses for Empower Network, right, to do what you're doing, right? And if you don't want to be an affiliate, that's fine. The problem is that we're not going to be able to help you hit $4,000 because we're not sure how Ingresso Cybernetics compensation plan works, even though you explained it. And we're more to be able to get you to once you become an affiliate with Empower Network, right? And or you can just become, like I said, the first one you can just use the courses, or you can use the courses and actually develop a stream of income, becoming through being an affiliate through Empower Network. Does that make sense?
It does.
All right. So, like I said, Tony's already. We have him on the same game plan, right? And he's gonna hit his goal because we're gonna be on there. We're gonna be making sure that he hits that goal. And same thing with you. I mean, when you look at this number, it's fairly small. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about that number, 32?
It looks small. Yeah.
Now, right now, even then, right, it looks small, right? But the really cool part about it, Jayme, is that we're going to be there with you, right? The only thing that you have to do is bring people to a webinar, and with the stuff that you're going to be learning inside of Power Quantum, that should be a no-brainer. It should be quite simple to do that, actually.
Okay.
Right?
The issue I have right now is I don't have $20. Am I able to come back at some other point and become an affiliate?
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, this is just something that I'm sharing with you, and I just wanted to make sure I put it out there.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome, cool stuff. Yeah. So let me just screen share out of here real quick. All right, cool. So Jayme, there we go. There I am. So Jayme, so cool. So you already know the steps that you need to do in order to go to the next level, right?
Right.
All right, cool. So you got those things. Make sure you do it, right? And what we're gonna send you in a little bit is going to be an intention sheet, okay? When you receive that intention sheet, make sure you fill that intention sheet out. And all that intention sheet is basically going to just allow you to write the dates, when you're going to be able to do, when you're going to be able to invest into the inner circle, let's say, and eventually, if you do decide to choose any other courses, when to do that, because an intention sheet is really important. And it's also going to be inside the courses, like I said, is the assignments that my wife has given you. So just be on the lookout for that, okay?
Okay, great.
Okay, cool. So when you become an affiliate, we're gonna get notified, and when you pick up the inner circle, we're gonna create a webinar for you where you can send traffic to that webinar. And when you get 10 people registered to that webinar, we're gonna hop on there and we're gonna close those people out for you. Is that cool?
Okay.
Awesome. So now we're just about done. Do you have any other questions?
I do have a question about the Empower Network itself.
Okay.
I completed all of the 8 videos on there,
Okay.
and then I attempted to access the viral blogging. Doesn't do anything. it just takes me right back to the top of the page.
Oh, you're attempting to blog? Is that what you're saying?
Right, right.
Okay, so let me just let me do something real quick here so I can show you. Okay, so this is what you should see. Do you see this?
Right, yes.
Okay, so this is the back office here, should I say the home page, right? And as you can tell, these are other people who are blogging. So when you want to blog, all you do is just click here, and then you can just start blogging. So you just type in the name, you know, the title of it, and then you just start blogging. You know, I mean, there's training inside of Power Quantum that shows you how to do that. But it's simple like that. You just click here. Is that
Okay.
cool? Bam.
Gotcha.
And then you can
Okay,
start.
I understand.
And then you can publish it. You can your team members, public, and it just lets you choose that stuff.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Okay, cool, awesome. So Jayme, we're just about run, so let's wrap this up. We appreciate you getting on here. Thank you for your time, and we're looking forward to working with you on a more closer level and helping you reach $4,000 per month as soon as you activate your affiliate link and activate your inner circle. Is that cool?
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Awesome.
We
Cool.
can't wait. I'm going to send you that email right after this, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're
All right.
welcome, Jayme. We're so excited for you.
Great. I'm excited too.
All right,
All right,
Jayme.
cool.
Take care.
Take care.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.